Both Manchester City and Aston Villa had suffered 3 successive Premier League defeats coming into this one. City's worst such sequence since 2008 had seen them slip 10 points behind leaders Leicester. They saw the visit of bottom club Villa as the ideal chance to return to winning ways. Wilfred Bonney was making his first Premier League start of 2016 and should have been on the scoresheet after a brilliant ball in from Gaël Clichy. Villa had held City 0-0 at Villa Park in November in Remy Gard's first game in charge. Hopes were high of a repeat after a blank first half. It didn't last long after the restart though. Yaya Touré breaking the deadlock with less than 3 minutes of the second period played. Aguero and Silva involved in the build-up. The fit again, Touré with a finish that took a nick off Micah Richards on the way through. Richards was caught out again on his return to the Etihad less than 2 minutes later as the lead was doubled. He failed to cut out Bonney's ball. His touch deflecting in off Sergio Aguero, who continues his prolific record against Villa. That was his 5th goal against them in his last 4 appearances, if one of the more fortunate ones. The same certainly couldn't be said of his second. 10 minutes later, City making it 3 on the hour. This was the pick of the bunch. Aguero and David Silva combining brilliantly to set up the emphatic finish. A 16th of the Premier League season for City's top scorer. The goals kept coming 6 minutes later and it was 4-0. Jesus Navas made this one. And it was scored by Raheem Sterling, who'd only been on the field for 5 minutes. Remy Gard will be furious at how Navas's ball was allowed to reach Sterling and set up a straightforward finish for his 6th Premier League goal of the season. Kelechi Iheanacho had scored a hat-trick when these sides met in the FA Cup in January. His first contribution after coming off the bench was to win a penalty, conceded by Kieran Clark and awarded by Lee Mason. This time the hat-trick chance was for Aguero, but he was denied by the post from the spot to spare the visitors further punishment. A 4th straight defeat for Villa. City back to winning ways. 4-0 it finished.